Oh, God. Ugh. What gross sounds. Ugh.
To the town of Aguafria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. For the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw loose and running, came a whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, the youth of 24. And the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more, 1 and 19 more. Then the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't known before the story was related to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry when they tried before we're dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. For they knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger still talked about today. Texas Red and all cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in the moment, and the folks had gathered around. Then before them laid a body of the outlaw on the ground. Though he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he trades a master ranger with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he trades a master ranger with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Greetings.
What's up?
Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the next episode of the Brass Tacks Fire and Blood, episode 24.
Fire and blood. Let's go.
Yes.
All right, who wants to hit me with the recap?
I got it. Last time on Brass Tacks Fire and Blood, we had political discussions. Aplenty. The Baron gathered his captains and went over all the various strategies and plans available, from fucking up Arcadum, because then bitches might betray us. Taking advantage of the weak and free cities, because then bitch is weak. Making peace with Mordhowl, for some fucking reason. Hate that guy. Marching on the Pale City like a bunch of fucking chads, which we'll see. Can only hope. Ending all the wars immediately and making peace with everyone, which is a really bad plan. And then racism, which is a strangely less bad plan. Just fucking up the elves and taking the West. Brokar compiled all of this, sorted it all, and advised the Baron to retreat to the west, go after the Broken Brothers, and then take the free cities, leaving Saphira for economic gain, to play the long game, the patient game. But we'll see.
Okay, so we're gonna pick it up. Inspiration for you, but we're gonna pick it up with you, Brosif, as you have something to say to.
I do. I also am not in the game because my browser crashed and I'm trying to get through an Edge. Having to play an Edge tonight. I hate it.
Looks at camera. Unfortunate.
Extremely. Can you just tell me when I'm next to him and I'll start talking?
Okay.
Okay.
Is he doing this purposefully alone? Because
Joseph wants to talk to Brokar, and then wants to talk to Brokar and the Baron.
So
I'm
just
by the way.
just him and Brokar then?
Preferably him and the Baron, if he can arrange that.
Well, I mean, you have to talk to him first, and then you go
Yeah.
to the Baron.
Okay. Talk to Brokar. Talk to my boy.
I
Okay.
think if anybody else wants to go to the Pale City, they should probably be there to assist in the argument.
au
Does
contraire.
Well, I'm asking specifically, Brosif, are you trying to get Brokar alone to talk about it, or are you trying
Yeah, trying to get Brokar alone to talk about it.
to... Okay.
No.
He doesn't... No one else has spoken up in favor of it, so
You'll talk in the kitchen then.
we'll talk in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm munching on raw fish. I'm just pulling out of a barrel.
Not even cooking, just eating raw fish.
We'll join you with some bread, with butter, real butter.
My wife's senses are tingling.
All right. You are next to him. Go ahead.
All right. Lieutenant Colonel. It's good to see you. How was your night?
It was good, Brosif. What's this you wanted to talk about?
I did. Okay. I think we should march on the Pale City. I believe that to not do it is silly. And he's gonna go in his pocket and pull out some fucking
If I
papers
could
and
for
notes.
a moment, would you like to say that in Brosif's voice?
I am slowly easing into it.
Okay.
It is... I don't do roleplay voices. I've always struggled with it, and I'm trying.
Okay.
So, it's hard because, like, it's deep and hearty, but I have to be smiling. But he's awkward. Alright. Brokar, how many times have what we've been doing changed? How many times have plan changed? Over everything, from the Sanguine Tower to before the Sanguine Tower was the Sun Shadow Monastery, and then getting the Frozen Crown, and We're constantly iterating our plans. Nothing stays. If we shrink back from this, if we don't take this opportunity, if we back up into the Broken Oaks, and we think we can bide our time, the only certainty is that shit's gonna go wrong. More problems are gonna arise. We don't know
that for
what's...
certain.
We do, because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. All we know is something's gonna happen. It's always something. The fucking last few years on Corvallis have been insane. From the foreigners arriving, ever since then, it's been something new. The balance of the fucking continent is changing. You could feel it. With Zyra, the effect that Zyra is going to have on the Demon Wastes is going to change the power balance of Corvallis. Because if he clears the Demon Wastes, the Church will no longer be fighting there, and they can focus 100% of their efforts on quashing the Baron.
Yes, but Zyra won't be there with us in the Pale City. Our odds of success there, even as diminished as they are, is still slim.
We could call Zyra to the Pale City for the attack. He is unable to give us assistance in getting there beyond what he's stated, but I am confident that if our intention is to get into the Pale City and to take the cathedral, he would want to be there because he wants to be the one to put his staff through Matheria's chest.
I think that's a wild assumption on your part.
He has always said that he wants to be the one to kill her.
Yes, but he's also going to be busy. He's not going to wrap up his business in the demon.
He took 10 minutes to come here and talk to the Baron. He can take 10 hours to see his greatest enemy brought to heel, and then go back to slaying demons. The demons will be there 10 hours later.
It depends on who he's fighting. Right now, he's just cleaning up the rabble. But once he starts fighting their stronger generals, their demon lords, it's not like he's going to be able to spare us time. We should be
What if we
focused on
arrange it? If
surviving
we
in the
tell
long
him,
run.
if we give him a date and a time, and we say, we need you for a few hours here so you can kill Matheria, he'll make that time, because he wants that.
You think we're going to be able to predict exactly when we fight Matheria?
I think we'll be able to predict when we're attacking the city, because it'll take time to stage outside. Give him a day or two's heads up. It's such a fine detail. The fact of the matter is, he wants to kill Matheria, and we can give him the chance.
That's a big maybe.
Do you think he doesn't want to kill Matheria?
I think it's going to be... I think that doesn't matter. We don't know if he's going to be available. Well,
Okay,
you're just
are you saying that...
Here's the thing, though. Let me be candid with you on why I made the decision that I made. Up until now, I haven't minded jumping straight into the fray in any dangerous mission. I've always simply considered, what would my father do, or what would the Baron want? Not really considering my own life. But something's changed in the past few months. I'm a married man now. My father, who I thought for sure was dead, is alive. I have an opportunity to live past just the next few months. I could actually do something I'd never considered before. If we do this carefully, I could have my own family. I could see my father hold his grandchildren. I could rule in my own lands. Why throw that away for a suicide march onto the Pale City?
You could shrink back into the shallows when the enemy's bleeding in front of you. I thought you were more shark than that. You've always been more shark than that. You've always pushed ahead. You're just gonna leave the church to gain strength and one day march whether it's on you, or your children, or your children's children, you and your kind will never be safe. Our kind will never be safe here, while the church is in power. And if it's not your fight, then it'll be your children's fight. You can't protect them by walking away now.
Shakes Brokar. He'll take a minute to consider that. This is the first time since I've been fighting for the Brass Baron that I've been afraid of dying. There's so much more I stand to lose now. I just know, playing the long game, at least we could live and see a better future for at least a while.
It'll come in your children's lifetime. And what'll you think when that happens? When you're old and can't lift your sword?
So that's it then? We
win.
Throw everything we have at Matheria now and hope for the best?
We plan, we work together, we strategize, we commit to victory.
He'll, Brokard, take a minute to think about it from a different point of view, wondering if he had simply been cowardly in his initial decision. He's conflicted because he never considered anything outside of himself when taking on dangerous missions in the past. He's thinking for the first time about other people in his life and what he wants to preserve. And I think he comes to the decision, I think you're right. I haven't been myself lately. I think what you're saying makes sense. I will revise what I've advised the Brass Baron.
Pat his shoulder. You haven't been yourself. You've been growing, and that's good. But don't lose your teeth. Grow new ones.
I'll pat his shoulder back. Thank you, Broseph.
Of course, Lieutenant Colonel. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so now that Broseph and Brokar have essentially done the manliest version of the shoulder hug, Elias will immediately feel that something is wrong.
I sense things.
Okay. Alright, first of all, inspiration for you, Kinez. I knew you could fucking do it. Well done. Now, Brokar and Broseph, is there anything else that you guys want to say to anyone else here at the table? Do you want to reconvene with the party, or do you want to go straight to the Baron?
I'm fine going straight to the Baron. I don't know if...
I say we go straight to the Baron.
As you wish. Go to his command chair. Okay, give me a second.
Salutes.
I need a... Wish I had a better theme. This Battlefield theme is very demanding. Something No, that's spooky, huh? I'll just do this one. This one works. Alright, you can see the Baron is currently resting in his chair, going over some documents and drinking what you presume to be coffee. As you approach, Brokar, and I presume Broseph as well, will both salute, and the Brass Baron will return it, place his coffee down, and he will say, "How can I help you, Lieutenant Colonel?"
Baron, we've come to give our final bit of advice for the coming plans.
Indeed.
Initially, I was going to advise caution in a slower route, securing Saphira and taking the west. But after careful deliberation and considering more carefully everything that's at stake, I think the best course of action is to march on the Pale City.
You can see a few of the brass soldiers behind the Baron exchange glances. The Baron's eyes flash with orange. You're not quite sure if it's from the color within, or if it's from the glare of the fire from the hearth. He leans forward, his fingers steepled, as he continues. "You don't say. Why the change of heart, Lieutenant Colonel?"
At first, I thought surviving the day to be the most important thing we can do. But that only pushes off the responsibility of what we have to accomplish from us to our children. And I won't do that to them.
Persuasion check.
Advantage or no?
Regular. Okay. The Baron will nod. That makes sense. Even if we were to make peace with the city of Pale, the religion would no doubt maintain its relative decorum, meaning there will always be a place where those that are different are mistreated. Certainly, it will take perhaps even beyond my lifetime to remove it completely. To attack the Pale City is a tall order, one that shall take all that we possess. You advise me that this is wise. What tactical acumen can you provide?
I don't believe we'll ever be more prepared than we are now, especially with Zira's assistance and these means of travel he says he has for us. If we back out and he takes away his assistance because of that, I don't believe we'll ever have an opportunity like we have right now.
Indeed. We may currently possess the hatred of this Zyra on the appropriate side, but I question of where that hatred will go once its foe is vanquished. Truly, if even such a thing is possible. Killing priests is one thing. Killing Mytheria, the goddess herself? I do not even know where that would begin to be possible. But presuming that it is, taking the Pale City, you are correct. There will be no greater opportunity than this. I hesitate, however, because to do so would abandon not only the Mornhall campaign, but our western flank as well. You've given me much to think on. I shall ask you this, Lieutenant Colonel. Are you sure this is what you are advising? Because you should be aware that as amongst my best soldiers, you and your companions will no doubt be the point of the spear.
I've thought long and hard on this, and I believe this is not just the best course of action, but this is the most moral action we can perform right now.
Persuasion with advantage. Very well. You will see him kind of lean back. It would seem that the time is upon us then. I shall elucidate, elaborate a moment further. I shall make my decision within 2 days' time. Take the remainder of it as R&R. Earned it.
Of course, sir. Salutes.
Salutes.
He'll return the salute.
Alright, I guess we're going off to rejoin the rest of our team.
Back we go. No pat Broker on the back. Thank you. Really. It means a lot.
Give me a second. Ah, damn it. There we go. Well, still loading.
Alright. Brosif and Brokar will re-enter and will find themselves amongst their party members once more.
Fucking.
Nar, are you here or are you just quiet?
Just listening.
Okay.
Oh, great. Fuck it. Oh, so what have you guys been up to?
We've been convening with the Brass Baron, and I believe he's considering his options right now, but I believe we're going to march on the Pale City.
You what?
Why do we march?
Because we must.
For what reason, sir?
What? Yeah, explain.
This is the only way.
You know there's more than one
sure
way.
way to
Come on.
end the war.
You know there's
Drawing
more than one way.
out.
Come on now.
Drawing this out will only ensure that the Matherians can re-enshrine themselves and refortify themselves in the Pale City in the years and months to come. So we march now to ensure they can't. But he's going to
Rohan,
he's
you
going to
understand-
make his decision in 2 days. So we have some R&R before then.
Rokha, you understand that we don't have to strike now, right? You do understand that this isn't a necessary endeavor. We could bide our time, build our forces, and even better, if we do well enough and actually establish an alliance and an empire big enough, we might not even have to engage in a war with Matheria. We will have a force so big we don't even have to use it.
This is true. This is one of the
I think
things that
that's-
this is one of the
Why
things
do-
that.
We like you could say it's an assumption, right? But here's the thing: this is one of those assumptions where you have full control over. based on performance, based on what you do, and based on how you do this, right? This is morbidly risky. Like, there's no reason to do this. I mean, sure, I can see the reason why you're doing this, but surely there's a more conservative way of doing this.
Well, here's what we know. A large chunk of Matheria's army is outside the Pale City right now. And the other thing we know is that Matheria is actually still sleeping. There's no telling how much more powerful Matheria will become, or better yet, Matheria's army will become when Matheria fully wakes up. And I believe that's going to be soon.
Real quick, was that interruption over High Priest intended in character, Nora?
Yes.
Okay.
This...
I don't believe
there
it would be
are
so much more better to bleed to death over years rather than throw everything we have at them now. I believe if Matheria wakes up and comes back to her full strength, it would just be a slow death for all of the Brass Baron and his men.
Mr. Brokar, this is one of the feelings that I get, that this is a horrible idea. Of the times that my gut has been right, this is one of the times that I will have to say my piece. This is a bad idea. For what is a city? The people. They will still love Matheria. If we could turn their hearts, then that would be one thing. But we can't just go and raise hell. That would just scatter everyone and commit our forces to something that we can't do in our lifetime. Possibly. But truly, the city is the people. I can't get over this enough. For we will face resistance. We will face the hatred of them, of the common folk. We can't just march there and kick ass and take names. This is more than just military. For I've seen everyone think about this with their with checking it martially, but no one has said altruistic reasons. People. They will hate us. They will despise us. We will not be welcome.
They already hate us for what we are.
You want to put them to the sword?
Yeah, so let them hate us more. Is that what you want? You're not a solution.
Matheria is there, all right? And she is the goal. Their thoughts,
she's not.
Unfortunately, don't matter.
The goal isn't. The goal can be achieved on a later date. We're not denying the fact that the goal is Matheria. It's just we could take our time, we could bide our time and make this work. We can actually achieve a level of certainty if we play our cards right. You take a meaningless risk. Okay,
how could you know
I keep saying meaningless. It's not exactly meaningless. We could build an army so big, so great that we wouldn't even have to use it. Hear me out. Monhau is in war right now, right? Think about how the common person might think. If you were a common person in Monhau right now, the last thing you want is to stay in the place where war is happening. If Brass Baron set us an empire, invites men from every origin to rest with fire and food in the Brass Empire, we might encourage Monhau to come to the Broken Oaks. Instead of taking Monhau and settling our bastion there, we can have Monhau come to us. Most people do not want war. And so if we establish an empire focused on bringing life back to the people who are sick and tired of the war, people who want to take their mind off the war, people who want to build a life outside of war, we might, if not, I don't say might, I know for a fact that there are people who will come to us for reprieve. People who will come to us with hope that they could build a future here. If we let them, if we make it possible for them. But if we're just going to go banzai into the fucking Pale City, then that goal is just going to be a pipe dream. Then nothing will be possible at that point. We don't consider all of our options. I don't think you've considered all of our options. When you say, let's just go banzai into the Pale City, that is not how things should be done. I really don't believe this is how, even at your most chaotic state, I don't believe this is what you would have done.
You would have a point if all we were facing was men and people. But we're facing a deified person, a god. Once they fully
wouldn't be the
wake
first
up,
time we do that.
you don't. How many gods have you killed, Mr. Silver?
Well, I have. Well, obviously,
None.
you're
Right now, we
you're
have the opportunity to
suggesting
kill
we
one
can.
that's still asleep. We take out Matheria, the rest of it doesn't matter.
Okay, so let me ask you then: what happens after that war? Are you gonna say that's the final war we're gonna have? How are you confident that that is going to be the last war, and there won't be another war after that?
There's no
I can
such
assure
thing
you,
as
there are
the
those
last
who
war.
was
Nobody's that
there.
foolish. But this war is the only one we can focus on right now.
Yeah, what happens after that? Do you think the
What
war ends
happens
then?
after that?
Or do you think we have deteriorated our force so much that building an empire at that point will be impossible? What's
I
the point of
believe
taking a Pearl
Cleveland
City at that
has
point?
something to say.
I'm in the middle of something. Come on.
No, Mr. Silva, I have something to say, and I'm going to say it, as Cleveland will then slam his hand down. Silva, do you think the Brass Baron's forces right now, hell, even throwing Mornhell in there as well, even throwing those fucking elves, do you think that the three of all of us combined can then just march on the Demon Waste and annihilate everything? Because I, for one, sure as hell don't. And I know right now I'm being told by someone who was a goddamn former ally of Matheria, and I've seen their strength firsthand. He shows me images of the carnage he has laid to waste against the demons. It's effortless for him. And I'm now being told that someone of equal strength is going to be on the Pale City side if we let them wake up. No. Silva, I can't let that happen. I can't let them win. Even if they hate the demons, I don't care. They hate everything else. They hate the people I've come to call friends, come to call comrades. They hate the people who have given me meaning, the people who I have sworn to protect. They hate the people in Asola as well. They won't care until all of them are dead. And yet we're just sitting by while they build their strength, and they're about to gain an ally who has more power than we can currently comprehend. No, I'm not going to sit by and let my previous connections and my previous convictions, my previous commitments get in the way of my ambitions. I previously thought that the demon waste being expunged and cultivated was impossible, and then I met Zyra. Sky's the limit now. I'm going to aim for the stars. And Cleveland will walk out and slam the door.
I don't think they're currently building their strength. I think they're getting stretched out in either war.
You
They
fear
will.
Mytheria, the
With
goddess of you fear Mytheria, the goddess of the Pale City. Meanwhile, while we have Zyra on our side. Here's the thing, right? I
in
don't
coming
believe
years.
that we could kill a god. I don't believe we can take a god. I know Zyra can. And as long as she stands with us, we can only fight on mortal realms. Let gods do their own battles. This is
Yes, but she's sleeping.
nothing is stopping.
She's vulnerable.
Nothing is stopping. Okay, sure she's sleeping now, right? But let's say she wakes up. What's the difference between her and Zyra? Aren't they both allies?
She betrayed
Former
him.
allies?
They are not allies.
Oh, they are not.
Well, former allies. Well, my point is Zyra is if not as powerful, if not as powerful as the Mytheria herself. They were party members. I do not think Zyra considered himself inferior to Mytheria if he was willing to lambast her.
Zyra did not deify himself.
Apparently, they both
Mytheria
reject worship
became a god.
or didn't want
Zyra-
it.
Yeah. The other thing you have to consider
real
is...
quick, not to interrupt this amazing roleplay, I just have to clarify a couple of things. Nobody actually knows how any of them have been deified. I mean, yeah, you could follow context clues, but you guys don't know in character for certain how they were deified. Just to
No, I mean, no, just above board. Zyra's Zyra said a little tidbit about rejecting worship on his part, but Matheria was like, I don't want it, but I'm not going to reject it. So that's the only
sure,
thing.
but that's also from his perspective, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's biased inherently.
Who knows?
Anyway, continue, please.
The other thing you need to consider is Zyra is wiping out the demons in the demon wastes. Once that's done, that frees up a vast majority of the Metherian army, because up until now, a good portion of them have been tied up guarding the borders of the Demon Wastes. Once Zyra's done, the Metherian army grows in power incomprehensibly because now they can fully focus on just wiping us out.
Not only that,
Now,
but knowing
now is the best time to attack the Pale City.
knowing the Metherian army, they will claim responsibility for clearing the Demon Wastes. And who's going to oppose them? Who's going to say, "Oh no, it was the Black Hand, it was an Elder Lich"? No, the Metherian army will claim responsibility, and the common people will rally to their side and say, "Oh, thank God Metheria has cleaned the Demon Wastes." And then how many people that have flocked to our empire will turn on us in the face of that?
If the people we breed and welcome into our empire are so weak in the hearts, then perhaps we have fucked up somewhere, or all that has happened.
I don't believe now is the time to march. I say we march, but not now. I really don't believe now is the time. I think you're being impatient. I think you're all being emotional right now. There
I will
are
say-
there are very objective ways. There are very certain ways to take on the Pale City, with or without the goddess. Zyra will stand with us after he's done with the Pale City.
You don't know
make
that.
it sound like this man.
Zyra is only an
I know.
ally insofar as we do what he wants. If we choose not to march on the Pale City, he could either abandon us or even treat us as an enemy.
Well,
don't
then
know the
consult
mind
him
of
then.
a lich.
It's fine. Well, let's consult him then. We don't have to guess. We'll consult him. If he says that we march, then we march. How about that? But if he says that if it's fine that we do not march, and if it's fine that he will take on Mythera on our own, then we don't march. Because now the concern here is Zyra will not be our ally if we choose not to march. We need to build an empire, and you have to understand that this is a Brass Empire first, right? The Brass Baron did not do this so that he can take on the Pale City. He did this so he can build an empire. That's our first priority, right?
I agree with
an army
Silver.
with an army so big, we could march the Pale City with and without the goddess. We would take them on just as well, right? And
I believe that's totally wrong. With the Metheria woken up and the Metherian army no longer having to focus on keeping the demons in check, even if we rounded
will
up
have to keep
every
Zyra in
single
check.
army and civilian under our banner, and we would never successfully take the Pale City. It would never
now
happen.
they will have to keep Zyra in check. I would
Lieutenant
say,
Colonel.
sure, they will not have to deal with them in check, but they have to keep Zyra in check right now.
I
do not
agree
believe
with
they will
Mr.
allow
Silver.
somebody who hates him. I don't believe they will allow a lich who to walk out of the demon waste just to defend themselves against us. Right? They'll be fighting a war on two fronts for as long as we know. We could literally hunker down, build an empire, and it will still be a war on two fronts.
I do want to say, Mr. Silver, you said that if we call Zyra, and Zyra says for us to march,
Can you not
and
zoom in
he will
on
help us.
little things? I'm speaking to Brockhound on a larger matter. Thank you. It's not. I think you're very impatient. We can wait this out.
Well, this point might be moot anyway, because the Brass Baron is making up his mind in 2 days, and we can't summon Zyra for 3 days. So we're not going to be able to talk to Zyra before the Brass Baron makes up his mind anyway.
You are the lieutenant colonel. Turn to the Brass Baron and ask for a little more time. Let them know that there has been a change. Let them know that you have to consult your party on the matter, please. Like, this is not a kind of decision you just go in and make without us. Like, we are supposed to give our life for somebody who's not willing to consult us. Like, this is morbidly silly. I'm sorry.
So this is
You know what? This is morbidly silly. It's you know what? I can see myself being too emotional as well in this matter, but for somebody who cares about the life of others, you sure are very ready to march your troops to death. I don't believe
In the
this is
end,
the way to do it.
somebody is going to have to die, whether it be
Some-
us
yeah.
or our children.
But not so
somebody
many
else.
have to die. We're going to be the empire of leaders. We're going to be leaders of empires that would first put their men to death before giving them a chance to live. We've been fighting for so long. Everybody's been fighting for so long. Just a moment of reprieve to build their forces, to build their strength, to build their morale, to give the homeless a home again, to give the refugees a place of refuge again. The road to a great empire is so clear. The road to prosperity is so vivid. It's there, but we're going to throw it all away because of one impatient moment. Because we couldn't wait. Or we're too afraid of a sleeping goddess waking up.
You
While
say
we have
that
Zyra
like
on
it's a
our
small
side.
thing.
It's not a
god
small
waking
thing.
up is a big deal. The fact
An
that
empire-
the
and-
majority of
the
Nefaria's
pros-
army isn't in the Pale City is also a big deal. Like the odds
And
of
the
those
prospect
things
of a great
lining up
empire is
again
also a big deal.
ever in the future. Like, what? If not now, like, then when would be the right time to attack? If not now,
When we master our forces, when we gather Saphira and the Three Kings together, we'll march to the Pale City all together. I do not believe that Mythera has what it takes to take on the whole of Koranus. We will put them to heel without having to lose a single man, without a single bloodshed. We will build an empire so big that they would know better than to oppose us. That they will know that the day of their tyranny is over. We don't need to swing at them. We don't have to kill ourselves for this. We don't have to take unnecessary risks for this. Again, I might have overstated again. I don't think it's unnecessary. But this is risk that we don't have to take. This is risk that can be very easily avoided with... I leave it to you. I think you know my point of view. At this point, if I cannot convince you, me speaking for another hour or so is not going to change anything. I wish you all the best.
thank you for
But
your.
know this, I am very opposed to marching into the Pale City. I think this is suicide. I think you have doomed your men to death. Right? Know that I will not hold you. Know that I have zero respect for you after this if you choose to do so.
There's
Very well.
also our flank. We legitimately leave ourselves open, and there's also the logistical possibility of this going very, very badly, because I don't know what the capabilities of Zyra to cleanse the actual land and the auto carriages. Just go with that. The auto carriages of the corruption. If we risk our men to such damnation, we can't possibly march in time to
Those
take it.
are logistical concerns that can be addressed by the Baron. It
How
is
so?
whether or not we want to march on the city. If we plan it out and discover we can't, if we can't safely move our troops there, if whatever gates Zyra offers aren't safe, then we simply won't. We're not marching our men to death. We're only doing this if there's a shot. But we have to be willing to say that we're going to take the shot, if it's available.
I'm not willing to. I think we made it very clear at this point. This is
Brokar,
really silly. This is very stupid.
Brokar, again, out of these things, this is one of the gut feelings that I've had that this is a bad idea. I know just from the thought of whimsy and the thought of it, marching on the Pale City is something horrid. I don't know how to say it, but it's a gut feeling. Something's wrong. Of the times that I've just said blatant something, turn on the medallion, wake up the Lich. It was that I didn't get a bad feeling for some odd reason. This is one of those times to where I have to trust my gut in saying this is a bad idea. Though I will say, if we're more practical, if you want to go on your children, your children's children, as with mine, of course, we could go another route to usurp the church. Since Zyra himself is taking care of the demons, why not we go for the throat of the other branches of the church? They have industry. They have technology. why not we breed that ourselves, especially with that of Zyra? Especially, have you seen the wonders they have under there? Of course you have. You were with us. Why not we breed that ourselves?
How long will that take?
As long as it takes. How long did it take to make the demon firebomb? You're saying it's impossible?
I'm saying that in 10 years, let's say 10 years, Zyra will have likely cleansed most of the demon wastes, if not its completion. And upon the end of that, as a lich driven by hate, as he's stated, once there is nothing more for him to do, he shall fade. We will lose our chance at fighting the goddess. The Betharians will have as much time as us, with more of a head start, to gather their own forces. And the war that will happen between an empowered Metheria and an empowered Baron will rip the continent asunder in scorched earth.
Ah, but you are forgetting. The Baron will not be alone.
The church has persisted for hundreds of years. The Baron has laid claim for less than a dozen.
First of all, Zyra will not fade away for as long as Mytheria lives. That's one. Two, scorches my ash.
That's true, honestly. That and there's the curiosity of
Zyra will
Amber.
be with us.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
That and there's the curiosity of Amber. If it was able to... Now, say, I know the Baron said something about the Warlocks and the Black Hand. Somehow they're tied. I don't remember what it was specifically, but I know that I've seen people black-handed imprints on them. I didn't really think. I thought it was just an aesthetic. But if for any reason, why didn't they themselves go out and free him themselves? There's a curiosity of Amber that could somehow seal that man's power until we woke him up. I truly believe that our saving grace is to study this Amber, especially that Amber nail. I don't know where that came from. Apparently it just appeared. Perhaps it was just like the letter. I truly know not. But there's something special about it.
Balthazar,
I got it.
investigating some mysterious alchemical solution is not going to win wars.
Rosa, shut up. High Priest. Sorry, not High Priest. Balthazar. Fantastic. I've got a plan. Hear me out. Right? We don't have too much to the Pale City. We just need the Breast Shadows to do it. 6 of us. Hear the plan, right? We kidnap the fucking goddess. We lay an amber upon her. And we hide her somewhere. That she may never wake up again. And let the Metherian and the Pale City choke themselves out. We can have the Brass Baron focus on their empire while we do this. But of course, we're gonna have to track the fucker out first, but still. I think it's a fantastic idea, right? We saw exactly how it's done with Zyra, right? We could recreate that shit. We just do a kidnap mission.
You know how to use Amber?
I don't. But we can figure it out.
We
we
march on the Pale City.
What's the worst can happen, right? Simple. What we can do is, if we don't know how to use Amber, hey, Cleveland, ring up Zyra. Let's figure this out together. We hand it to Zyra. Zyra can stab her or seal her up, whatever, leave it to him. But we kidnap the motherfucker. And we call it a day.
Man, y'all are noisy today.
Oh, now
Hey,
someone
Meanwhile, in the background, a little bit of chicken pride.
Come on, Elias.
Mr.
Mr. Silver's telling us his plan to kidnap Netheria.
What have you made? Elias, what delicious
let's go
treats?
let's go fried chicken and corn on the cob.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
And cinnamon rolls. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, Elias walks out from the kitchen, and everyone is immediately bombasted by the delicious smells of southern cooking.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
Where's Balthazar?
Where's Cleveland?
He's right there.
Yeah, I'm right here.
He's right there.
Cleveland stormed off a minute ago.
Cleveland's out there.
It's a snow region.
He's having a little snow time.
Yes.
But hear me out, right? We don't really need an army, right? Think about it. We don't have to risk so many men. We don't have to throw away the prospect of a brass empire. We could kidnap Mytheria herself, encase her in amber, and the empire. And not only will we deal with the Pale City, we will cripple the Pale City. We don't have to sacrifice the future of those who wish to find refuge and fire.
I'm playing this.
I think it's a win-win.
Mr. Silver. One more thing.
Yep, and one second, let me get some food.
Oh, my
Ooh, do you have any
And then hold shift.
do you have any red chili flakes and mayonnaise, Elias?
You think I've got mayonnaise on hand?
He's so offended he just throws your food in the trash.
Did you just say mayonnaise?
Yes, for the corn on the cob.
What the?
It's just what the.
What?
It's what the odd.
You're gonna eat what I made you, and you're gonna like it.
That's oh. The one roleplay I don't like is mayonnaise on corn on the cob. Oh God.
The one.
Oh, it's all over. Roleplay's over.
I should beat your
What are you
ass for
talking
that.
about?
Back to
That's a low key.
logistics.
That's
Here's
a
a
gut.
stick
It's a
of
little
butter, and you're gonna roll it in that.
This is bullshit. It's fucking
I-
lotte. It's like mayonnaise and fucking parmesan. You just stick it on a goddamn
Elias,
corn on the cob.
Elias uses piercing palm and puts the corn of the cob through his mask and into his mouth.
I was
God damn
Cleveland.
it,
I
there's-
bled for some of this.
Fucking corn juice everywhere.
It's in my shirt.
Oh,
God
God.
damn it. Trying to have political.
Did you
Disgusting,
actually get
goddamn
food,
it.
Nara? You actually got food?
I got. Okay, hear me out, right? This is actually
Listening,
not
I'm
that hard.
listening.
We can actually figure this out very easily, right? Now, there's
Get
only
in here, I
three
might
problems
food.
with this plan. There's only three problems with this plan. Now, first of all, is where the fuck is Mysteria? Right? That's the first thing. We figured that out, half the job is done. 2, how to get her out of there without anybody seeing. And 3, what if she wakes up in the middle of our kidnap? We'll be fucked by then. Now, I'm also under no illusion that she will be guarded and very well guarded, so that could be our lead to finding her. And we cannot possibly avoid a fight. I know for a fact, Kadam, do I know for a fact that the Pale City is currently under fire?
So, from what you've heard through the through the grapevine, as it were, the Pale City is under civil war, is what is the common knowledge right now. Things are not going well there.
But-
Why?
Another reason to march on them.
Yeah, why is the Pale City under civil war?
There's lots of rumors around why that is, but no discernible reason has been revealed as of yet.
I think it's something connected to what happened to the Silver Coast.
I say we go undercover, right? As one of these protesters. Protesters, right? I don't know. But one of these as one of the member of the resistance, right? We sold out, we sold Discord, and we kidnapped the goddess herself. And on the way there, we consult with Zyra if this plan is viable. Right? Of course, I'm not going to say we suicide mission into this, but I think Zyra is a very, very strong consultant for this mission. I am sure that Zyra will be ever so grateful if we handed the bits of a goddess to his doorstep and let him do the honor.
I appreciate your
I think it's a good
concerns, Mr. Silver, but I'm not changing my mind again. We march on the Pale City.
You do, Marcel.
Have a bit more
Okay.
faith, Mr. Silver. We've survived the impossible before. We'll survive again.
Is Elias trying
It's not
to
a question of
coax,
survival.
coax Cleveland out with some chicken?
Yeah, he's just sitting there brooding.
Well, now noticing that it's not just him and Ankaret out here, then we'll get up, turn to see Elias. Like, oh, thank you. My mind's cluttered right now. Sorry I didn't notice you.
Broha, real question. What is stopping you from this plan right now? I think the kidnapping plan is fantastic. In fact, if not the best plan.
This is the best opportunity to march on the Pale City, and the
I don't
kidnapping
doubt
plan
you.
is,
Right.
without overstating it, it's a nonsense plan. It's
No,
now
Coach Shot, you think that?
is the most practical time to march on the Pale City, considering everything.
Hear me out, right?
They're at a
I
civil
don't think
war.
it's a nonsense plan, though.
Most of their army is not in the Pale City. Matheria is asleep.
I get you.
There's too many things that, like, if it's
Okay.
ever going to be
Why is it a
possible,
nonsense plan?
now is the time.
Why is it a nonsense plan?
How many gods have you kidnapped?
How many person have kidnapped?
How many
Landon?
gods have you killed? What are you talking about?
I've
You're just
killed
making
plenty
shit
of
up.
We can totally kidnap the motherfucker. She's a corporeal being, no? She's not incorporeal. And even if she is, we have Zyra for consultant. We could get. Here's the thing. I'm not saying we settle down on this plan right now.
Zyra
I say
hasn't
we
seen
open
her in
ourselves.
hundreds of years. He doesn't know for sure how powerful she is when she's awake.
But he does. But he does know how Ember works, though. If we can take from
Who
I think
says?
from our analysis,
He was betrayed.
From-
Who
okay.
says he knows how Amber works? He was betrayed and it was just used against him. Like,
sure.
you're
But surely he. Okay, hold on. Calm down. Let me talk first. All right. Zyra's understanding of Ember is plausible. We can consult him first. I'm saying you're not exploring all of your options yet. Right? We have plenty of things we can do here. We are not in a position where we are forced to do one thing and only one thing. I understand that marching now is the best time to march to the Pale City, but is it really the best course of action at this point? Right? Kidnapping her is not a nonsense plan. You saw what Zyra did to us. He could send us from one point to another in under a moment. In a moment. What's stopping him from doing the same to us from the Pale City back to the Demon Waste? We have
How
the
many-
sending spell, don't we?
how many guards are in Matheria right now? Or in the
Well,
Pale
you see,
City
that's the
right
thing.
now?
We have to exactly. That's why we have to plan this out, right? Let's think this through.
So it's
Don't
us
discount it
six
immediately.
versus 30,000,
Well, we're not going
maybe
to
more.
bombard.
Like,
We're not.
what are we talking about?
So we're not okay. You're assuming that we're going to hit the front door and they'll be like, "All right, get the goddess out." Nah,
No, it only takes
gonna
one to spot us. Like, going in with just the six of us to kidnap a god is beyond
Broha,
insane.
we've been doing this all the time. We go in, get the objective, get out. Right? We sneak in. I'm good at it. You see me in action. It's not hard. Okay, maybe it's hard, but still, it's not impossible. Right? Like, before we go around and saying, "Oh, this is a nonsense plan," tell me, why is it a nonsense plan? What's stopping us from getting out after we acquire the goddess? What's stopping us from going into the Pale City in the first place?
An entire
And what's stopping
prepared
us?
army? What are you talking about?
You mentioned the army was outside of the Pale City. Most of it, at least.
Most of,
Right.
like, they still have a presence there.
They do. I am saying we sneak past them, kidnap the goddess, in the moment, get Cleveland, perform a sending spell, get Zyra to send us back to the Demon Waste with Nithera in tow. I think it's very possible. Give it a shot.
And
At
you
least
intend to somehow
consult.
kidnap Matheria without her waking up and without facing her wrath directly.
On that note, you marching down and attempting to strike her while she's asleep is the exact same prospect. Brookhart, I am not talking out of my ass here.
There's a difference between kidnapping somebody and killing them while they're sleeping. No.
So, yes, there is a difference, but not much of a difference now, is there? She's sleeping. It's not like we're going to be... Okay, I think you're under the impression that we'll be carrying her for like 6-7 weeks before we get out of the Pale City, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying that there's a certain chance that Zyra will be able to teleport us from the Pale City to his current location. But what I would tell you is that we can consult Zyra to see if this plan has prospects to it.
All right, 1 second. While you two continue, I got something going on down here. Go ahead, Cleveland. This looks important.
Oh, do you want me to like, restate that?
Just say what you type.
Alias, you've always been stronger than me, in body and mind, but I have been shown the impossible be done. So, I wonder, what's more important? Our previous commitments of when I did not know as much, or my newfound ambitions? What should I go for?
He thinks it over while chewing on chicken.
Cleveland will take a bite as well. It's like,
Well, now, that's really just up to you and what you think's more important.
well, that actually tastes good. Oh, did you say you bled on this? Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Well, I'm just not a smart man. Maybe this is worth thinking for yourself. Actually, feels like I've always just, had others tell me what to do. It never was really a bad thing. But now I want more. Now I want so much more. Because the impossible is possible.
Well, you ain't really gotta be smart. Know what's right. You just gotta listen. Taps you on your breastplate. What you think's best for you.
What would be the best for an undead soldier with nothing to lose? Cleveland will then think about that. Reflect on how he got here, the now uncertainties of his time in the Demon Waste with Bright Eyes, meeting Silver, then being led to the Brass Baron, and then it just clicks that if people could be brought back from the dead, then why can't the Demon Waste be expunged? Two certainties that he believed would always be true were broken. And while the first one he rejected, the second one he will instead embrace it. That's what Cleveland will do. Is he will set down plate as gently as he can into the snow, freeing up his hands for somatic components, and he will cast Ascending to the Brass Baron. That's what Cleveland will say is Cleveland down, Agent 20 of Asola's 8th Division, job, torturer. Asola has sided against you. Now is the time for ambition, not diplomacy or empathy.
Are you doing weird magic? Here, let me hold your plate for you.
Want me to type that out and send it to you?
Yeah. Yeah, type the whole thing out.
Okay.
I also need a second to think.
Yeah, you're good. Is Foundry Chat okay?
Yeah, that's fine. The response is, inform the Lieutenant Colonel that he and his companions are to see me immediately.
All right. And with that, Cleveland will say to Elias, "Oh, I just used that same sending spell, the Brass Baron." And what he told me back is that he requests us all, like us and Lieutenant Colonel, all of our presence immediately.
Oh man, I didn't even get to my cinnamon roll.
I didn't even get to my cinnamon roll.
Can't believe you didn't make cornbread.
There wasn't enough corn left over.
Cleveland will enter and will salute that Brokar.
My cinnamon roll.
Return salute.
Lieutenant Colonel Brokar, through my newfound magical means, the Brass Baron has requested you and the rest of, and all of us to see him immediately.
Very well. Let's go. You want to just move all of us, or
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good. I'll just dye my foot.
One more thing. You gotta go. You gotta
One
do
more.
it. Don't be ridiculous. All right. You will see the Brass Baron seated upon his chair. He has a very cross look on his face. Lieutenant Colonel, one of your companions has just revealed themselves to be an agent of Isola's 8th Division and has informed me that Isola has sided against me. He will then take a look at each of them. Cleveland Downs, I believe his name is.
Step forward and salute.
It is known to me that my alliance with Isola has been strained of late. I know that many of those such agents can be found within my employ. But I need you to elaborate of what you mean by Isola has sided against me.
Firstly, I apologize for the cryptics. The magic doesn't allow for much words. I have been informed that Isola has decided to, I believe, support the Regent King in Mornhow, and that they do not wish to see you in power in Mornhow. I, however, believe more in you than I do in Isola.
How did you come by this information?
I came by this information when I was given a secret message I was told to dispose of immediately, and I did so.
You've destroyed the message?
Mm-hmm. At the time I was conflicted when I received such news.
A pity you destroyed it. We could have investigated it with my arcanists to ensure that the message was legitimate. I have no reason to believe that the Duke of Isola would seek my death by the Weeping Blades. Do you believe this to be the case?
I do.
Grave news indeed. Such a potent ally to lose so close to my home is disturbing. You have means of communication magically, yes?
Yes, I do. It's not much.
The Duke is difficult to contact in such ways. Protections placed upon him. I could perhaps send word. Our courier system would take too long. Perhaps your hidden system might be able to register more appropriate results. Any other
Silver
opinions?
will step forward.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no. Silver will think a little bit before he speak. He'll then turn to Cleveland, knowing that his death is pretty close, that he will lose another brother after this day. Agent 11 of Isola, 8th Division. I am the interrogator. I've served your unit with hopes to find an empire that will cast a great shadow that may Isola will thrive in for a long time. My orders were as such. I am to take you down if you ever decide to become king of Monhau. For Isola has chosen to side with the Cornelian Circle. I also understand that the Cornelian Circle have been missing in action for quite a while, and Isola might not know of such. My intent after this day was to return a report, to clarify my orders, and to clarify their standing as to how they might approach this matter. I do not believe you have made an enemy yet, at least not so soon. I think the reveal of our orders is a little premature.
I see.
If you have anything to say to the Duke, I would advise you to wait until I have sent my report. To report with regards to the existence and the state of the Cornelian Circle before you take any action. Understand that you, of all people, are Isola's greatest hope for any prosperity. I do not believe that the King of Monhau would serve Isola in any greater means than you ever will. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Nonetheless, I am an agent of Isola, and if my final orders was to take your life, I will just do so. I am not Cleveland. I am a member of Isola. I stand before you as a former spy, and now to request to serve as diplomat between the two nations.
Your choice, persuasion or intimidation check.
I don't intimidate this. I'm not intimidating him. Nah.
Well, it works. It's used differently in this case.
3, 6.
Pick my inspiration.
Okay, I think his charisma's still fucked up. I think you've rested enough for that.
Oh right. How much is my charisma now?
It should be back to its normal.
Should be normal? Oh, then if that's the case, let me just put it back to normal.
So you rolled a 9.
Would you like inspiration?
Inspiration would give me a 13. Yes, 13.
Well, 13 plus your bonuses, right?
I don't have bonuses for it.
Are you giving him your inspiration?
Yes.
All right. So with that, The brass baron will speak. I appreciate your honesty. You have left me in an awkward position. You are amongst my most valuable soldiers, and whilst I suspected that there was service to Isola, if it is true that the Duke has called for my head, such a thing is unacceptable. But I also do not
My lord.
believe it. I do not believe that the Duke has betrayed me. We are closer than many know.
That I believe so as well.
Therefore,
Which is why I
the brass baron
Sorry.
will look at you.
With regards to the orders that are given to the Whipping Blade, oftentimes we were given orders to kill and orders to retract the kill in moments' notice, oftentimes in a day or two. I do not believe our orders are forever changing and quite, I would say, what's volatile, the word to use here? It's not, it changes very often. And oftentimes it is always best for an assassin of my, or man of my craft at least, or my trade, to give it a few moments, give it a few days to ferment before I take action. For there might be a change of orders with more clarification and more, I would say, more clarification, more clarity to the matter at the very least. You might,
You want to inside the Baron? Go ahead.
Yeah, like he
I
said,
feel-
there are a lot. There,
Hold real quick, Silver. Go ahead.
just because they said they're closer than a lot of that. That's like, damn it. Never mind. Like when he says they're closer than most people would think, what does he mean by that?
You have no fucking idea.
Never mind.
He will hold up a hand to silence Mr. Silver, and he will say, "Enough. You've spoken your piece. You've revealed what you are, and you have made an honest claim as to what your purpose will be. I do not believe that the Duke has betrayed me. I believe it is more likely that we have fallen under a piece of espionage. No doubt this propaganda has been sent to dissuade us from our current courses. I find it very unlikely that the Duke of Isola would doom his people on the island to starvation if that were the case.
They were nuts.
Therefore, one can only assume that if the message was false, then that must mean that they fear this Regent King. More specifically, they fear what he might not be. Seeking to install them would no doubt cause me to kill them. To fight back. Indeed. You can see that that the Baron begins to stroke his chin. Therefore, the most likely culprit as to this disinformation is most likely the Metherians, seeking for us to turn upon each other, and they can swoop in the exhausted one. It is unfortunate for them that I am more versed in such play. However, as honest as you may be, and as appreciative as I am of that particular trait, let it be known that Mr. Silver, that such disloyalties will not be acceptable within my barony. Therefore, I suggest that you think long and hard before, and then he is interrupted by the door banging open to the south. This
Pulls
guy.
out fucking crossbows.
This guy. My lord! My lord! He will give a salute and then will kneel, catching his breath. Speak! My lord, I bring news. News from the south. They say the wall has been taken. Taken? Taken by what? How? They say the wall has been taken by some great beast. The wall's destroyed. Demons pour forth.
Oh shit.
The wall has
Which
fallen.
wall?
It is impossible. It is the strongest form of Metheria's protection. I have had witnessed accounts, sir. Signed statements from our soldiers in the south. From merchants, I have received enough reports to bring it to you, sir. Damnation. The wall is destroyed, truly. The demons will pour forth. They will kill indiscriminately. Jonas. Yes, sir. What is the latest report of the Three Kings' military capabilities? I have the report here for you, sir. He will look down and start to read it. They're in no position to defend themselves. They'll be overrun. Janice, send word to my housecarls. Bring as many people into the estate as possible, and double the patrol guards. I'll not have any demons spilling their way into my lands. Of right you are, sir.
Wait, Janice.
Janus.
Oh, okay.
Spelt.
With the U.
Janus.
Yeah, Janus. Yeah, not Janice Metheria. Go handle that for me. I was named.
Janus.
I was named after the goddess myself.
Wait.
All right. He will then. The brass bear with a concerned look will look upon Brokar. This is bad, Lieutenant Colonel. If the wall really has fallen... Oh, actually, before that, he will say, get some rest. Thank you, sir. I'm resting.
Is it the same guy from the blood tower? It's like I swear they all look the same.
Right.
Ragged.
Fucking elf.
Elf.
It's kind of racist, Balthazar.
He will
It's not
continue.
These
racist, they
monkey
all
look the same.
He will...
That's not
Well, you-
racist. I'm pretty damn sure that's the exact fucking guy.
The
I'm not crazy.
The brass bearing will continue! And he will say, this is bad, Major. Or, excuse me. This is bad, Lieutenant Colonel. The wall has fallen and the demons have spilled forth into the Three Kings. It will not be long before the entirety of trade will stop and grind to a halt. Not to mention that any semblance of order will soon be lost. The Three Kings have always been a tumultuous rivalry, held in check by each other's strength. The first one that falls to the demonic wave will be wide open for the same attacks from their brethrens. Not to mention from the destruction of Saltbriar, if that even is true. If that is the case, the demons will despoil and surge. I need more information. I will have to consult with our arcanists. If you could do me the honor of contacting this Zyra, we may yet require his magics.
We can try. When last we attempted, he said he couldn't come back within 3 days.
Very
We
well.
can try and contact him again.
We shall wait on the 4th day. I do not wish to annoy our ally. He seems
Irritable.
cantankerous.
He's a bit of
My
a
lord, if it's
bastard.
information you need, I have men down the south. I'm sure we can get something out of them.
Lieutenant Colonel, do you believe there might be a connection from the demons we saw rallying to war while in Zyracost? And the wall falling so soon to some great beast of demon?
Does the scout have a report on witnessed demons? Like, did he see What was
The
the,
re-
demon in charge?
So the reports that have been that would be handed to you, Lieutenant Colonel. The reports depict not a demon, oddly enough, but rather a giant made of rotted flesh.
And where
So
was the
not
wall
any of the-
breached?
So we don't recognize it from the city.
It is not clear where the wall was specifically breached. However, there is a drawing made by one of the merchants that reported what they saw. A man skilled at the scribe's kit chose this drawing.
Oh shit!
Oh god, it's a Figma.
Is that flesh or steel? What is that?
It looks
That's cool.
nothing like the things that you saw within.
I want to punch it.
Man, it kind of looks like the tyrant from RE2, or gives me those vibes.
Major, what are you saying?
Nowhere.
Lieutenant Colonel, what are you saying?
Don't worry, I'm hallucinating. Don't pay
It's like, oh, dude, this is the shit, bro. I can't wait to get the boys together and hot drop at 2 towers and play Fortnite. Okay. What is wrong with you, Lieutenant Colonel?
I'm not fucking crazy. They look the same.
Number 1 victory royale.
All right. Anyway, the brass baron will
I'll take
continue.
Miku.
Very well. Then we will wait the 4 days required. I expect you to contact him as soon as possible. In the meantime, we will call what forces we can together. We must respond to these demons and see that they are breached and contained. I know that your heart was set upon marching, but that may not be possible. If the demons run amok, and the very thing that we are fighting to free may be destroyed, I will call on the reserves and everyone that I can. I will also send word to your captain and see that he brings the brass shadows home.
William,
Very well.
yes.
What is our mission at this point?
Your mission at this point is to wait and then contact Zyra.
Will do.
Yeah, 4
Silver's
days
gonna prepare
to go.
another letter. Well, Silver's gonna prepare another letter and sending towards Isola. It's gonna be a shorter one, but essentially there's only 3 points. First, a clarification on the taking of the breast baron's head. Due to the fact, like, essentially, are we citing the previous message that they have sided with the Cornelian Circle and that they wish to take the breast baron's head? The second being, Cleveland has sided against us. And the third being, the breast baron is aware of this and is convinced that it is the work of the Metherians. Any new orders?
Okay.
Yeah. Also, the note that the Cornelian Circle has been missing in action.
Are
And
you
such
writing a
is
letter
the
or are you
reason
sending
for
a
this.
sending?
Writing a letter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, writing a letter. Yeah. Last note is to clarify that the state of the Cornelian Circle is one that is missing in action, that they are unresponsive and such. This is why the letter is being formed in the first place. To clarify the orders.
Okay. You will see these 2 soldiers appear. Lieutenant Colonel,
Yes.
we've been sent by the Baron's quartermasters to keep an eye on the Solar Boys. They'll be requiring escort when they're on base.
I understand.
Marshal checking. Never mind.
Beyond
They're
your
so
skill.
strong.
They're beyond your skills. They're town
They're immune to
guards.
poison.
That's crazy. I thought we
They're
were the
immune to
Ravens
poison, specifically your poison.
Gods, this
This is
is
with the
just
poison.
okay.
Just
Poison.
check a plus 40.
This is silver poison.
You're a spy. You're a spy. There any other spies I should know about? Looks at Balthazar.
Specifically, they're immune to the poison
Not a
you
goddamn spy.
They have a con bonus of 1 higher than your DC.
made. Who's?
If your region is Isola, your damage does 0.
Also, your pockets are full of spaghetti. Oh,
Yeah.
oh God.
Oh, Silver's gonna go to his room. Okay, now. Are you gonna follow me to the I'm sorry, are you gonna follow me to the washroom as well?
Hot, hot, hot. Oh, they open the door for you. Hot, 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 hot.
Yep.
Hot, 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 hot,
Good
hot.
gods.
Man, I thought you were in the military.
Takes a seat here. Takes a seat here.
We sure he ain't gonna murder them?
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
I'm gonna Kage Bunshin after this.
Actually,
It's Mr. Silver.
you see a pillow with like two black circles there and just limping over there. What are you talking about? He's right here. Wait a minute.
no, he hasn't moved all night or breathed.
Kage bullshit.
Wait, what? They are just staring
Nani?
at
Oh
him.
my god.
All right.
I must prepare this.
Is he running the letter or playing a card game with them?
Balthazar, is 4 days enough for you to start working on speed potions?
Yes.
Awesome. And Broseph, is 4 days enough for you to start forging awesome arrows again?
You could request arrows from the blacksmiths. You could do
They
that.
never have what I'm looking for. Okay, I
You
will
can
try
ask
that.
them to make it. 4 days is enough to make arrows with 2 kinds of flux on them.
Okay, I will attempt to commission that then.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. I can move time forward to the sending if you'd like.
Sure.
I will spend the 4 days investigating the ice stone.
Okay, how many arrows am I able to
Uh,
commission?
10. Fire. Flux. Arrows. Yours. Have. Nice.
No dual flux.
no.
Damn it, Broseph.
They're tier 4. I don't know. It should have been. It's fine.
That's you making. Okay. what
I'm
is-
overestimating the quality of the smiths.
Okay.
I also commissioned some stuff as well. But I'll probably.
Besides, it's not like we're going to have to march down south. I'll have plenty of time.
How
Looks
much
at camera.
gold do we have?
Make
During
me.
the days.
Kenneth, have Broseph make me smithing kit checks, please.
It would be fantastic when I was in the game. I'm not.
Still
What's
not.
your bonus?
I have been
no,
trying.
here's
I'm going
roll
to spend this
D20
week
for
trying
you.
to
What are
sort
your
it out.
bonuses?
But like, I've cleared my cache. I've restarted my PC. I don't know.
Do it.
What
Yeah.
are your bonuses? I rolled an 18. Like, what are your bonuses?
It's what, level plus proficiency?
Yeah.
13.
Yes, that's 13. So plus 13. So that's 31.
Okay. Oh God! You know what they just reminded me of? That sound you just made was the KK Ryder from Animal Crossing. Be mo me, ba me ma mo me ma mo. No, nobody. Okay, sorry.
I get you. I was thinking Papyrus from what's his face? Undertale.
Undertale?
Oh,
The only good character in that game.
You know, it's probably going to be an unpopular take, but I don't think that game was that good. Like,
Yeah,
like
that's fine.
I understand it's like a meta thing, and I think that's great. I just think that it was kind of like okay, kind of
I
weird.
never played it or watched it, so I don't know what the hype is about.
I mean, it's like one of those games. It's kind of like what is it, the one with just the Monica in it or whatever. It's all about meta breaking.
Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki here, yeah. It's like, oh, it's all about meta breaking stuff, and it's like, okay, but it's also kind of like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it was good, but I think it was very overhyped. It's my opinion.
I think it only really got all the praise it got just because it was. This is really the only thing I know about it. Is it's just one guy who made it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Minecraft in that way. Like Minecraft is not strictly speaking a game; it's an engine, right? It really is, but it's. I don't know. Who cares?
How do we get here?
Sorry.
Anyway, Tatum, can you check DMs real quick? Silver's gonna sneak out of the room. That is my replacement.
Who could have predicted?
All right, make me a stealth check.
I'm good at this. 30.
They are aiding each other.
And 20 and under underwear.
Oh. Jeez.
Yes.
I'm just asleep in Mr. Silver. Nothing to worry about here. Hey, he hasn't moved in a while. Oh, he's an assassin, right? They're like trained not to. Like even while they're sleeping. Yeah, I've heard these guys can like sleep with their eyes open. Wait, so you're telling me that guy has his eyes open? I don't know if he has his eyes open, but I know that they can sleep with their eyes open. Okay, but he wears glasses. What does that matter? Like all the time. Have you noticed that? Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's like it's dark inside. Like, why are you wearing glasses? Okay, I'm really starting to worry about him. Yeah, is he like dead? Will we get paid if he dies? I don't know. Should we check on him? Maybe? Alright, let's check on him. They come up closer, slowly. They reach towards the blankets. Place their hands over the blankets, tighten. And they see this.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
How long has he had that?
He made that today.
Made that 2 minutes ago.
Hey!
Oh no, he's in the living room here. He's just sitting down. So
Oh!
he doesn't want to have his, Yeah, he's just resting here.
Oh, he's just flexing on them, I see. We have to go tell the Baron!
He's not. He's just resting here because these two are, invading his private private space.
We're gonna go fund it!
Ah! Finally! Oh god. Took you long enough.
Hey guys, he likes him. He's having fun.
The homunculus moves.
Huh?
Oh.
It must.
Alright, then they go back to watching you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I need some. Oh my god. I need some personal space. For fuck's sake. God damn it.
They will watch you from over here.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Or do cough loudly.
Alright, here we go. Brosif, we got some stuff to go over, big guy.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that.
I'm going back to the goon hut.
All right, after taking some time and investigating the strange piece of frozen metal, you believe that you have, at least to some degree, discovered what it actually is. Is somebody typing on a phone? What is that? You guys hear that?
Oh,
That's working, Joe.
sorry. Let me mute.
I'm sorry, Joe. Are you like texting girls right now?
No, I'm just answering family. My bad.
Oh, okay, all right. He's totally texting on
Mhm.
Tinder. He was like, "Hey, you know, I
Okay.
got D&D, but after that, come on."
Maybe Grinder.
Or Grinder, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Maybe he was texting Cinnamon, I don't know. Anyway, look at this new meme I found. Nice. Bros are rizzing people mid-game. What a champion. Alright, anyway. Broseph, after studying the piece of frozen metal, over time, you finally begin to uncover its secrets. You believe that this metal is some kind of permafrost. And the way that you've sussed it out is that it is frozen in a way that would indicate that it has been melted by a cold flame, not by a warm flame. The permutation of the metal, the way that it is twisted to be applied, means that it was forged by the cold, not. Question is, how does one wield cold fire?
On a pointy stick.
You mean you got a mini fridge right there?
I mean, we've been using it as a mini. It's perpetually cold. I gave it to you to keep the drinks cold.
Exactly. That's what we had in the fucking
Yeah.
bag of holding.
It's been keeping our drinks cold.
Okay, now if you could just make like a cooler or something, so I could put it in there with the meat and stuff.
Maybe.
Uh,
Am I able to forge with this? Would I have to do that non-conventionally?
What do you mean?
I'm not really understanding what you're meaning by it's a cold flame.
It was made by a cold flame. If you want to smelt it and use it in... If you want to make it into something, you have to find a cold flame.
Okay.
Wonder who could alchemically do that.
Well, I will bring that to Balthazar, and I will ask him if he knows what a cold flame is.
Gonna make an Arcana check or an alchemical check to see if I would have any idea or where to begin. Hello?
Sure. Yes, I'll make an alchemical check. I'll give you like 2
Awesome.
seconds to answer. Fuck.
Damn it. Oh, wait. But that was my training. Fucking. I get advantages now. Fuck.
25. That's fucking
Got
good.
25 and said fuck.
Fuck you mean?
He got a 25 and
bonus
was
is
still not
17.
happy with it.
All right.
Gods.
So the only way that one can make cold flame is by a naturally recurring source, like through a creature's breath weapon, or through a chemical process which requires components that Balthazar does not have. The components are quite rare. Specifically, they are either a rare moss that is rumored to be found in sea caves within the Silver Coast, or by enough silver salt forged into a flame and then rapidly freezing it through magic, which even then, that is a volatile process.
I'll tell this to Broseph.
How much silver salt would you need?
2,000
Yes, how
gold
much?
pieces worth.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And how
And,
volatile of an explosion could it be?
That's not really an explosion. It's volatile to keep the material from being
Oh,
destroyed.
that type of volatile. Yeah, like Half-Life. Oh, okay. I mean,
Okay. In that case, do I have any way of knowing the properties that a weapon made out of this might have?
You have no idea. Other than cold. It will probably be cold related.
Probably. How many days into the 4 days am I through this? Am I rid of the 4 days and I just keep
First
thinking about
day.
this? First day? Okay. Second day. Hey Elias, can I get 2,000 gold for some silver salt?
Bruh.
Yeah, you remember that rock that we got? That cold rock in the north? Yeah, that rock. You see, I want to put it on a stick and make it pointy. But to do that, we need a cold. Balthazar says we need a cold flame. And apparently we need silver salt for that. And then I need money for that. And that's why I'm talking to you. Because you've got the money.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, now with the 2,000 gold, I'm gonna... Hey, Cleveland, do you have any cold magic? Can you make things cold? Like, freeze something really, really cold. It's not blood.
I'm just gonna be completely honest. I don't have that.
Okay, good.
Help
Yep.
with that.
That's okay. When I need someone exsanguinated, I know to go to. Thank you, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, have you cast Greater Restoration on Brokar's father yet to fix his legs?
All right,
Just-
we're doing that spell. Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
if I can learn that spell with the scroll.
Yeah, I thought someone gave you that scroll to do that. Didn't Balthazar give you the scroll earlier? Specifically for that purpose?
Yeah, bye.
Okay. And then I'll go to the Arcadists. And do the Brass Baron Arcadists have any cold magic?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, magic? No. They have alchemical nitrous that will freeze stuff.
Does it have to be cold magic?
It has to be rapidly frozen.
Rapidly frozen. Okay. Then that should work. If they have nitro. No, if they have cold stuff. Okay. Day 2. Do we have the SCTC here? Can we order that much silver salt? And
Yeah.
buy it? How long will that take to come in? Or do they just have
They
it?
have it here.
So they're still operating?
Okay. Day 2. We have the silver salt. We have the cold freezing.
I'm sorry, isn't the Silver Coast like down at the moment?
Yeah, that doesn't mean there weren't people already here, though.
Oh, so they still have their supplies? I thought
I-
their supplies are all there.
I mean, for the most part.
Ah, okay.
Alright, got the silver salt, got the rock, I'm gonna bring Balthazar because he's chemically intelligent.
You wanna like no shit suggestion? You might want to have, I don't know, cold fluxed tools like your hammer and your anvil. Wait, didn't you get a fancy masterwork like kit?
I got a few of those. I got 3 of those now. So,
Oh, you got 3 of them?
Yeah, I got one that's evil. I got one from it was Hailthorn for helping those take those cultists out of the mine. That's where we got Sven. I got that kit. And then the other one was the one in the Demon Wastes in where we found Zyra. That one was more ceremonial.
What? No, that was the practitioner's one.
That was no, it was for like jewels and stuff, wasn't it? Damn, I wish I could check my inventory right now. Anyways,
Oh shit, yeah.
okay.
It was the practitioner's one. The alchemical one.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just have spare smithing kits in case this goes bad, and get started.
All right. First thing you need to do is recreate a cold fire, which is an alchemical check, a difficult one that Balthazar will have to do. And then, and only then, if he is successful, it will then take a smithing check to properly, carefully melt down the material into a usable ingot form.
Okay. Can the Baron's Arcanists, if they're helping, give advantage on that check for him?
No.
Oh, I like the days leading up to that. I've been retraining out of like Merchant's Kit Mastery. I had to put it in notes. I did put it in notes. So I got advantage to this. So this is the best shot I've got. All right, so just roll it in.
Yep.
I'm crossing every limb that I have. Let's go!
I don't know if 33 is enough, Mr.
33 is enough to recreate cold fire. The hearth glows with a strange blue flame. Flame that burns so hot it feels like it is cold.
Sweet Jesus. Oh, shit. If I can make a bomb out of this.
We did make a bomb out of this.
You should make me a cooler out of that.
It's so hot that it freezes. I don't know how that works. Maybe something to do with the... I don't know. All right, it's up to you, Broseph.
All right.
God.
I get hammering.
You should totally make me a cooler.
Yeah, High Priest, can you give me the roll? It's
All right,
13?
plus 13.
All right, plus 13. Oh.
I'm crossing. I'm begging. Let's go! Let's fucking go.
God, silence is deafening.
Be careful, Broseph. Would you believe it? A moss could recreate this? It's very odd. Nature's weird.
Okay.
Oh, we could always just... Oh.
With careful, rhythmic hammering and application of the cold flame, eventually the impurities frozen around the metal give way. The ice begins to melt, but not into water, but rather into smaller shavings of the very same metal as it reforms, until finally, carefully, you have successfully crafted the metal into an ingot. The work is done. Cold fire burns, and it will be difficult to recreate. The hearth is being fed. As you hold the, figuratively, as you hold the iron in your tongs and take a closer look, you will see that magic visibly begins to dance across the metal. Within it, you see something beautiful. The shining light of the aurora. Congratulations, Broseph. You have discovered a stock of auroric steel.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's fucking cool.
Ooh. Hmm. If I were to smith this, should I do it now while I still have the gold flame? Or can I smith this at any time?
You need cold flame to smith it.
Okay, so I should do something with it now.
If you want my suggestion, we do have several stocks of sapphires. So if you're going to make anything, make it engraved, so we can just put it that much higher, if possible. Sir Broseph.
What is your smithing? Your how much build are you into smithing? You have a crafting feat?
He's got a crafting feat. He has craft arms.
I have craft arms.
Okay, all right. You have craft arms. Do you have trick and mastery?
I do not believe I have trick or mastery. I think I know what I would like to try to make, if it would be permitted.
Sure. What would you like to try to make?
I would like to make a bow. Is it possible to make a bow out of steel?
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Alright, I'd like to make a long bow.
Okay.
I think Sabermet's a little upset.
Yeah?
You could have made him a cooler.
I should ask first. Workin' Joe.
I'm begging you.
Workin' Joe. If
Begging you.
real quick, I gotta clarify. Workin' Joe, you there?
I'm here.
If I make a magic bow for you, and it has exposure, would you use it in place of the braces of dust? Wait,
I can't take those off.
He doesn't-
Yeah, you can't take this off. In
He,
the,
he
in the
can't
field.
he can't get off that train,
okay.
Yeah.
as was stated.
He should
several
probably
times
make
before he
something
got on
else.
the train.
Then I will ask, does this ingot have exposure?
I cannot answer that until after it is.
That's rough.
To answer the heart
'cause
of your question, it certainly can.
It certainly can.
I'm not really bothered by exposure, but if I have to attune to it, I won't be able to.
I will tell you this. I will tell you this. This is probably the only time you're ever going to have to make a artifact. Yes. So I would suggest that you think hard on it.
Okay. With that in mind, considering
You could make a banner, Broseph. Oh wait,
He has craft
here.
arms.
I've craft arms.
Oh wait,
That would be a wondrous item.
I mean, is there anyone in the
Craft
Baron's camp with craft wondrous items? Are there any other smiths present?
I mean, there are, but their
But-
skill level is way lower than yours.
But I work alongside them.
Not to any meaningful effect, no.
Okay.
Mm.
Could anybody else use a really good new weapon? Like
I mean the twin glaive's all. Well, that's little.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really honest. I think it's Balthazar.
yeah, go ahead and make Balthazar a weapon.
All right.
Because
What magic items do you have right now, Balthazar?
Sorry,
I got
I'm gonna
the
go. I'm
belt.
gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yep. This is decision making time.
I got the belt and I got the water canteen.
Oh yeah, you got the belt of strength. The water canteen. Okay.
Cleveland has Asphodel's Pity.
Yeah, you got Asphodel's Pity. I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, my chain greatsword.
I have Callison, but that's for aberrations only.
Man, it'd be really cool if you could make like brass knuckles for for Elias.
Nah.
Or claws.
Would
Claw. Oh, claw blades would be so fucking cool.
The OG dream.
The
Or
OG.
Would
make
you-
something for yourself, and then at 10th level, you don't have to worry about it.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
big thing is
Yeah, make your level 10 weapon. None of us need a lot of stuff.
Or an ice box.
oh, and
Or an
Or a
icebox.
fridge.
Make an icebox that's
That's
a
a
weapon.
wondrous
Make it a
item.
mall, but it's a chest and it holds cool things.
We upgrade the
You
bag of
need
holding.
a bunch of items. It's a box.
We upgrade the bag of holding with like freezing properties, so that beers get in there and it's chilled by the time it's come out.
Oh.
Yes. You can chill the beer in there. Oh yes.
oh wait. Oh, I might be able to do that. I just had a fun
It's a
thought,
wondrous item though.
but that's fun maybe. Are you guys okay if I make something for Broseph?
Yes. It,
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
That's
You
fine.
don't need anything.
Yeah, really want to make that bow. It would have been such a good fucking nod to Brokar for being a G.
Yeah.
If it does give exposure, then I don't think you can handle 2 artifacts. Might make you pop at 10.
Cestus. You should go back to Cestus.
I am gonna
Yeah, go
break
make
you.
yourself assessment. What the fuck?
How fucking dare you say those words to me?
You should make yourself Cestus, Broseph.
The warped world of shattered morality, which is what I'm attuned to, it doesn't give me exposure. It just makes it to where I can't attune to anything else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm
Then
saying
yeah.
you could make it, but if it's something I have to attune to, then it would
Yeah,
immediately
it's
be a waste.
if he said it's the only chance to make an artifact, then if it's an artifact, it requires attunement. And if I make a bow, then it's kind of an L for everyone else. Okay, then I'll go for the great sword and I'll turn this into Brokar's Brosif's level 10 weapon.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
can you one hand a great sword?
I will be able to at level 10. Because at level 10, I'll be able to wear the belt.
Wearing another man's belt.
Stocking up the items.
Go, go, go.
Nice.
Go make your shit.
Go gadget.
Yep,
Brosif's
go gadget,
new
great sword.
greatsword.
I'm wondering if I can use glory on this.
Mm,
Like to make it
I
a
mean,
glorious
maybe a
item.
legend, but you know.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm sorry.
How dare you say legend?
I'm sorry.
I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
After consultation, we've decided to give it make it a great sword for an intended level 10 item for Broseph. And I had a question if I could use glory in making an item.
Yeah, that's part of the things you can use glory on.
Then yeah, I'd like to use a point of glory here.
Well, that we'll get there.
Okay.
We have a lot to get through first.
All right.
All right then.
And while I'm forging this, I'll tell the rest of the party if anyone wants to be present. You might want to rely on their skills if it comes up. Because Lord knows what this is going to be involved. Yes, the 2 town guards will definitely help.
The two fuckers that couldn't get off me.
All right, let's get to crafting.
Craft time.
Let's see here. Hold on, I have to get all my things in front of me. to go through all the pieces. Sorry.
You good?
Just allergies, man.
Oh, man.
I mean, I get his allergies. It's just
Damn it.
frighteningly visceral.
The plague reeks his body, and you laugh at him.
I didn't
How
say a lot.
dare you? How dare you make fun of him?
All right.
That's
Bubonic
what
curse
happened
upon
with
his
power.
bloodline.
All right. Let's do this. So first things first, we have to go over the parameters.
Okay.
All right. You have a crafting feat. You have proficiency, or excuse me, you have the proper crafting feat. You have proficiency in smithing tools. You have a workshop. You have a sufficient amount of assistance. And you have access to a rare and inherently magical material. Okay. So, this is going to take place over the course of the next couple of days. What the weapon will ultimately be is dependent on your approach during crafting. It should be noted that in this process, I'm going to ask you questions and give you options. Some of those options will be limited and weakened pretty severely because you do not have the actual greater crafting feat, which allows you to create artifacts. So, that means that unless we roll very, very well, this will be a weakened version of what it could ultimately have been. But the material is magical enough to make up for this lack of skill.
Okay.
All right, how much glory do you have?
3.
Okay, a healthy number. So glory in this case will be spent on points in which you would like to press the item's power or to re-roll a roll. Do you understand?
Define press.
Meaning that you can temper the weapon to make it stronger in an area that we discuss.
Okay, understood. I will ask, are there failure conditions for the item just breaking overall during
Yes.
this process?
There absolutely are.
Okay.
You could fail the entire thing and make nothing.
I will also ask, I've gained 2 points of inspiration today. Do I have none? Because I used one earlier, and they didn't stack.
You what? No, you have one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's do this. First up, as the cold fire begins to lick and burn its way through much of the outer hearth shell, you quickly set to placing the anvil over the top of it. Heating the surface, place it back, and place snow over it to rapidly cool down the metal as you slowly begin to work it. Each pounding of the hammer, each gust of the cold fire, and each use of the snow in equal amounts, maintaining the intense temperature. As Brosif takes, as Brosif attempts to work the steel to his will. First things first. We shall start with the blade itself. Heated, shaping, pounding, the hammer falls. As it does so, the blue-tipped, bright steel burns outward at an intense heat. Will you forge the auroric steel by itself, or will you choose to add a flux? In this case, flux means the addition of hardening materials in order to make it an alloy. Are there any other materials that you would like to add?
I think the vast majority of what we have is demonic or corrupted, so probably not. I can't think if there's anything worth using. Unless I'm missing something from the stockpile that you guys want to suggest. Alright, sounds like nope. It'll be pure.
Pure auroric steel. Smithing kit check, please.
I'll ask High Priest to do the rolls for me, because I'm still not in.
All right, plus 13.
That is
Plus 13.
unfortunate you can't roll these yourself.
Yeah, it sucks. But I'm watching on
All right.
stream.
Fuck.
Would you like to spend a glory to re-roll that?
I'll start with the inspiration. So I'll use an inspiration to reroll that.
You roll.
Would you like that roll to stand?
Yes.
Okay. The hammer pounds and slams. The blade bends, sharpening into its edges. Would you like to press the limits of your blade?
Yes.
Okay. Brosif pulls into his inner well of strength, forging it downwards inside of the blade, spending a point of glory. Please make me another smithing check roll. Would you like that roll to stand?
Yes.
All right. Next is the crossguard. The crossguard has space for engravings and decorations that can help lead the magic down its path. Is there anything you would like to add to the engraving of the crossguard? These can be quotes, these can be words of power, these can be promises made. It is up to you. They can also just not be words and just be designs of some other thing.
Oh my god, put my religious symbol of the Leviathan on there.
Please don't.
Please.
I'm begging you. Begging
You're
you.
gonna do it. You're basically do Astaroth, the god of strength, but just saying.
Could have made it cooler.
Can I take a minute to write a quote?
Sure. Never met. We were so close. Could have had
A box that was cold.
like some kind of refrigerator.
I could have hidden it if there was ever a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, because that protects you. Dude, that AI thing of God, Virgil eating a pile of snow is really weird. Like, I don't know why that's a thing.
Yeah, his face contorts too much.
I am the storm and it's really cold.
I am the snow cone that is coming. I don't know.
I got brain freeze.
I have the brain freeze.
I have brain freeze.
Ouch, my teeth kind of hurt.
I am the dude. Munch.
Almost done. Just looking for one last rhyme.
Ooh. Why did I say just chat GPT?
Please don't have asked ChatGPT.
No, I opened up a tab and was like, no, I'm doing this.
Opened up a tab of what? A tab
Because
of...
I'll know if you use ChatGPT,
Yeah. I'm doing this.
and I'll be disappointed.
Go on, let it write your essay. What's the worst that could happen?
I just
wonder-
need one last word. Fuck! This is so close. It's so good.
I wonder if there's people that actually use ChatGPT to make their D&D adventures.
Yes.
So,
I guarantee you that.
interestingly enough, the person who made the Avra Discord bot is a friend of mine, and he's currently getting a PhD in AI DM design, doing his dissertation.
That's awesome. Maybe you should pick that last word.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go jump off a balcony now.
It's the important word. I just want to make sure I get this right. I don't write myself into a corner.
Mm.
God, soon I'll be obsolete, man.
Welcome to the club.
I think as long as AI has creepy hands, you'll be fine, Nora.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll
Not
have
all
to
of
draw hands. You'll have to draw hands. But I know you hate that.
Well, I mean, I can draw hands. I just don't want to draw a lower body.
Yeah, you don't like. Yeah, you're a.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
a
like
no
feet.
lower body guy.
I do not like drawing
Yeah.
feet. Like,
I like the lower body.
Like, if you see the last one I did in the commission logs, there's a lot of hands there.
All right, I've got it. The engraving will be a pair of hands together in Veyron symbol, and the words, "By brass order and golden eyes, we stand together as cowardice dies."
okay.
Mm. Mm. You know, I think we really should.
Did you type that somewhere so I can?
I can, I'll put it in notes.
You know, Kenneth, what you really should have typed? You should have typed "Our Lord and Savior, Big Dirty Tuna."
I was so...
Praise be to the tuna that is big and dirty.
Frisbee. Praise be to his filthy
Hallelujah.
face.
He is in
Oh.
chat, by the way.
Yeah.
My man.
Oh,
My
Last time was
man.
almost for the guys
My
because it
man.
fit the rhyming convention.
we stand together
We
as
stand
allies
together
and guides.
for the guys.
We
All
stand
right.
together
For the
as
engraving,
allies
I
and-
need you to roll for me another smithing kit.
Fuck.
That is a 20.
I will keep that.
You sure?
All right. Would you like to press the limits of the crossguard?
Do I know how many other parts of the sword there will be?
There are 4 parts of a sword.
The
They are the blade, the crossguard, the hilt, and the pommel.
okay.
Isn't that here and the pommel the same thing?
No, they are not.
No.
The pommel is a weight at the end for counterweighting.
And also, where a lot of the sword's design goes into is the
Aesthetics.
in terms of aesthetics. Yeah, it can also be a spike for stabbing.
Yes.
Mm.
I've used one. Okay. Do I want to press this one? Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it. Crossguards where the defense is, and that's what I need this for.
Go.
Again,
Again! Fuck.
Again! Yep.
Again.
Good roll. Good roll. Thank you, High Priest.
all right. Next up is the hilt. Would you like to use any additional materials for the hilt?
Wasn't that the hilt?
No.
That was the cross guard.
The guard is the thing that blocks. The hilt is the thing you hold.
Okay, I got confused for a
You
second.
don't hold
sorry.
it by the crossguard.
No, I
That's-
apologize as a fucking sword nerd. I got confused between the fucking hilt and the crossguard.
That would be bad to
I'm
hold a.
offended to myself. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. No.
My fingies.
Do I want to add anything to the hilt?
The hilt you can add material, like you could add banded wood, blessed
No.
cork or some shit like that.
I'm gonna add the wrappings from my original cestus.
Wrappings from your original cestus. Smithing kit check, please. Would you like to press? Presuming you don't want to re-roll that.
Yeah. No, I would not like to press.
Okay. And then finally, the pommel. The pommel can be nearly anything that can reasonably fit on the pommel of the sword. It can be any sort of material, decoration, aesthetic, or otherwise. It is considered to be the most personal part of the sword.
Can it be another weapon?
Within
Say
reason.
anything, right? Like
Within reason is the word.
It will
that I use.
be a
Maybe
brass.
assess us.
It will be a brass fist with an eye on every digit for 5 eyes.
Ooh,
Let's fucking.
That's pretty sick, actually. I like that.
that's pretty sick. Not gonna lie, I was gonna say brass fist, but you took it another level. Very good.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna call this sword the Knuckle Eye.
All right. Make me a smithing kit for that. Okay. Would you like to re-roll that or leave it as it stands?
I'd like to keep that, and I'd like to press.
All right. Smithing kit.
I should ask, is there one last roll after this for the complete sword? Or is this the final?
There is, but you can't affect that roll. That roll's for me.
Okay, then yeah, I will press this.
All right. Smithing kit check.
Let's fucking go!
Let's go.
Which one on the metronome?
3 presses, everything 20 or above. It's pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, please.
Yeah, but man, like your bonus is plus 13. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, this is stable. Average 10. Most of these were 10s. I'm fine with that. Considering how this could have gone, I'm very happy with this.
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna break or anything like that, but
All right.
man,
Final results.
I'm not working, Joe. I can't roll 6 consecutive 20s. I should have had working, Joe roll. Fuck!
You gotta believe.
Joe, roll a 20
you
right
gotta
now.
believe. There you go. Oh.
He rolled 2 of them.
I'm so confused.
So good.
He rolled a 21 on a fucking 20. Goddamn.
21 on a 20. I was so confused.
I like how my first thought was genuinely only he could do that before I was like,
Oh.
that's probably bugged.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Oh, nope. All broken.
Alright. So Broseph will be consumed by working on his weapon. Almost obsessively so. Okay, so the last thing I'd like to get done is you guys talking with Zyra. So let's do that. Because I need to fucking actually know what you guys are gonna do.
He will tell Balthazar to ask Zyra for various locations of the entrances and exits of the pathways, because we need to know that for logistics. And then immediately get back to making a sword. Fucking doing the fist.
Okay. Does the party gather? Gather up.
Move me, please.
Oh no. When you hover over Silver's token, it still shows it.
Yes.
My masterpiece.
Mr. Silver, Nara has done a terrible deed giving me access to this fucking artwork. The things I will do with this are both strange and unnecessary.
Mainly
I
Gimbo
should do a
related.
pillow version for all of our stealth boys, yeah.
Just do a pillow version of every character so you could switch them out as you need. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, go ahead. Sending time.
Alright. Where did I put that spell? Here. Glaven will simply say, "We await your arrival, Zyra."
You have called me! And you will see that Zyra will appear before you holding a demon's head. His hands are gripped on top of its head. His fingers are in its eyes, and they are moving independently as the demon quietly mouths something silently in Zyra's hand. What is it?
To the south, there's been a breach in the wall, and the demons are pouring forth.
Yes, I've heard.
These lands.
That's what I'm using this guy for. He'll kind of wiggle his head.
Is that to mean that you've got that under control?
Nay, It would seem that my enemy is more cunning than I originally anticipated. While I do not believe they had foreseen my arrival, they had prepared for my divinations, or perhaps divinations in general. Their movements, as of yet, I cannot discern. However, I do not believe they know that I am amongst them. Soon I shall have their locations, and where they plan to strike.
Given the demon incursion to the south, do you still believe it wise to advance on the Pale City?
I believe it wise to crush our enemies while they are weak. But if you do not believe that you could cross with your armies, then I suppose not. Whatever you decide to do, you and that Baron, you will have my aid as I originally promised. But know this, with each passing day, my patience wanes. I have not bonded myself to you forever. It is time to make a decision. Inform your Baron of that. Because either way, I will see demon blood filter into the ground.
How close can your underground tunnels get us to the Pale City?
I possess the means of translocating several, or in several different ways. It depends on how large the party is. If you are inferring the armies of the Brass Baron, I can see that he is given proper passage through the trams beneath the underway.
Reverend One, if I may. How is it possible? How possible is it for you to teleport us straight into the Pale City and out?
Directly into it would be impossible. The city is protected by pillars and spires that prevent such things. They are by my own design, so they are effective. I could get you close, but you would have to venture the rest of the way on foot.
How close?
Outside of the range of the spires. A few miles from the wall, no doubt. Perhaps near one of the canals.
Broker, I think the Amber kidnapping plan can work. I really think it can work. Do you know how Amber works? Is it possible to kidnap a goddess with the use of Amber? As you did with your corpse, of course.
The use of amber is a difficult thing for anyone to master. I had used it upon myself to ensure that my body could not be found and destroyed, and yet it was found anyway. Kidnapping her. I know not what you have concocted in your tiny mortal brain, but know this, that even if you were able to somehow acquire her, you would need a sufficient amount of amber in order to cover her, and then you would need to apply it properly. And even then, I know not how strong my enemy has gotten in the time we have been separated. I know not even if she remembers her full strength. But know this, only a fool would underestimate Janist, and I do not intend to. If you go to the city, it should be to seek her death and nothing else.
I understand.
Would you be able to, among our travels, we've come across various magical items we haven't fully understood. Would you be able to help us divine their purpose? So we might
I am not
them?
your bookkeeper. I have more important things to do than to act in the role of the Arcanist. Do you not have Arcanist amongst your own party? Perhaps in this legion of mercenaries you don't think you could find one? Your stunned silence is very reassuring. Is there anything else you require?
Yes, Zara, there was an elixir that we found amongst the pines. It was a sight. I apologize if this is asking out of turn, but we found it amongst dwarves. It was pretty much a sight. From what we could
Stop
tell.
your babbling and just ask me.
Okay, I'm gonna show him the elixir of a shattered glass. Or show him like
A potent elixir. One that you should use very carefully. It possesses within it the power of the prism.
Ooh.
Is that all? I have things to do.
I have one more question. There are demons that we have encountered that hide behind mirrors. Are you aware of any of those?
Of course I am aware of the mirror demons. They lurk within the dream and are one of the facets of the machinations of the mad wizard to ensure that the dream is cut off from Corvinus, yet another of several crimes committed.
Oh, that does remind me. Do you know of anything to do? Do you know of any underwater dragons that are in the
I am not your bookkeeper! Is there anything else you want?
Out of curiosity, this is why we pushing it. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna pull out the bone staff from when we were in Zyracost. Does this hold any use outside of the city?
He leaves.
Okay. Yep. So,
Alright, well,
you just kept trying.
Cleveland,
Be like,
Cleveland
please,
room.
what does this do?
He's not very nice, guys.
It's
Yeah, it's fine. Cleveland will be rummaging around for the amber nail to then show him.
Oh,
like, hey,
man,
what should we do with this?
he's gone. Oh.
And then looks up, sees he's gone, and just frowns.
I wanted to ask about the Sun Shadow Monastery.
God, that was funny. I wanted to ask you about the monastery.
Oh man!
Just to be clear, you guys asked him what we had to ask him, right?
No.
We did, right?
I mean, my mind hasn't changed. I'm still set on sacking the Pale City.
I mean, the Baron told you to talk to him about something, right?
About the outpouring of demons, but he didn't really have a whole lot to say about that.
Did you ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he would soon have to find the location, and
Yeah, he's
where they
working
can
on
strike.
it. He's just working on it.
So Zyra also said that do it. Do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say hold back. He said fucking do it or else I'll do it myself. That's more or less what he said. You are adrift in the harbor that is his patience, and then just quickly running out of space. Holy fuck, dude.
As you are realizing,
I am not your bookkeeper! Sorry. Hey, do you know what this weird thing I got in my pocket is? At least Balthazar pulled out the elixir and was like, what's this? Like, oh look, something that's actually worthy of my time. And that's very dangerous, you should be careful with that.
Well, so, Broseph, how's the sword going?
Bang! Bang! What rhymes with eyes?
Davian Laton will take a seat as he appears before the Lieutenant Colonel. How did the discussion with Zyra go? What new information have you gleaned?
It was short and curt.
As I suspected.
Working on the outpouring. Wasn't very forthcoming with information on it, but he is working on it. And my mind has not changed on marching on the Pale City.
I do have a question. Is this his handwriting? He will hold up a scroll, and on the front you will see that there is the mark of the Black Hand. And on the back of that scroll, you will see written, "For the Prince."
Do I recognize that?
You think it is the Black Hand's handwriting. You also think he doesn't care what the Brass Baron actually is, and just referred to him as a prince.
Oh, it possibly is his.
Very well. And he will break the seal, and he will begin to read the scroll. You will see that his face takes on The normally stoic and well-mannered face of the Brass Baron will take on a series of emotions from stern concentration to a slight frown to what could only be described as horror, immediately going into a bemused smile, and then a single raised eyebrow of incredulity. You're saying that this Zyra is trustworthy, yes?
I believe he is.
Are you
At least I believe in his
certain?
hatred for Mytheria.
Well, I do agree with that. He has drawn a picture of him stomping on her head. He has also enchanted it so that it is animated.
Oh, that's impressive.
Indeed.
Finally, a good use for magic.
He's quite the bard.
He will
For
start to
rock.
relook. It seems that he has declared that should we decide to attack, he shall send the aid of his hands, whatever that means. He also has suggested that marching the army would be difficult with the demons spreading out, and has therefore suggested that the use of a smaller, more surgical force be used, along with the calling of his hands.
I see. Has he mentioned his unique pathways that he is available to us?
It says that he intends to provide transportation. He does not make it clear exactly how he intends to do. Oh, he also says that further details will be sent to Cleveland Downs.
Oh, where is Cleveland? I zoomed in too far. Oh, where? Oh, I didn't realize Cleveland just wasn't here. Very well. Cleveland has been in relative regular communication with Zyra for us.
Well, it seems that he is supportive.
And what do you think? Are you ready to commit to taking the Pale City?
I will be honest with you, Lieutenant Colonel. The demons breaking through and concurrently invading the Three Kings, and indeed threatening the free cities, is not an acceptable predicament. I do not think I can commit my armies. To do so would tie us up in infighting along our way, slowing our approach. And with our enemy to the west, it is too risky. We cannot fight the entirety of the continent at the same time. However, there is something to be said of this surgical strike.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I wonder if we can... I mean, it would be risky, but I suppose it wouldn't be unheard of for us to go in alone and attempt to deal with Mytheria as she still sleeps.
So same plan. We instead of kidnapping her, we kill her.
We're not kidnapping her.
Right.
Dav-
I say instead of
Davian
kidnapping her,
Latan
we
will
kill
take
her.
a moment and then he will
Yeah.
say, what I find very strange in and of itself is that it seems that this man is in a rush. Hatred is one thing, but a practitioner of such arts will have had patience. We should take what little time we yet still possess. Whatever movement that we do next must be precise. But we must also not be afraid of the risk. Therefore, I have made my decision. Lieutenant Colonel, he says with formality in his voice.
Yes.
Here are your orders. You and your brass shadows shall take Zyra the Hand up on his offer. You shall go to the Pale City. You shall find this Mytheria, and she shall be destroyed. If she cannot be destroyed, then do what you can to weaken the Pale City.
It will be done.
As a sub-objective, if you find any opportunity to solidify our alliance with Zyra of the Hand, please do so. I would dare say that solidifying the alliance would take precedence over destroying Mytheria, if possible. I will leave it to your judgment.
Very well.
The very last thing that I wish is for have this man angry at us.
Yes, I agree.
We need not two gods that wish our deaths. Very well. You have your orders. Within a few days' time, the Brass Shadows shall arrive. I shall send them with you. In good health and true speed. Dismissed, Lieutenant Colonel. And I wish you all of the luck.
Thank you, sir. I'll salute and head off.
Okay. And with the final orders of the Brass Baron looming overhead, the continent in perilous disarray, the final orders of the brass tacks have been given. Soon the shadows will arrive. Along with them, Billy will rejoin his comrades. And each of you shall find yourselves crossing the continent at the bidding of Zyra the Hand, in the hopes that the next piece of your journey will end the war, not only in Mornhal, but perhaps throughout all of Corvanus. A precarious notion, but one that must be done. We will have to find out next time on the Brass Tacks Raging Sunset.
Oh.
Let's go!
Hell yeah, brother.
We did it. We did it.
We roleplayed.
We roleplayed. And it was good.
I believed in you guys. Knew you had it in you.
How does Big Dirty Tuna feel about this?
Yes, how does he feel?
Is he in chat?
How does the man, the myth, the tuna himself feel?
He wants to know about the fucking weapon.
I guess you'll have to find out next time.
Find out next time.
How do you think I feel?
Oh man, I actually I just said in what Zyra said that like his hands will help him. Will help us. Oh, that's gonna be sick.
We got fan art.
Is Arcadum muted?
What the fuck is this?
What is what, Arcadum?
But what do you mean?
Why do you bring such troubles to an already troubled mind?
It's spreading.
This is chat being shook. This is Pillow Silver.
Pill over.
Pluck. Again!
Yeah,
Zyra animated.
I need to play God Hand.
I wish I. Hold on, let's see if I can't really. Here we go.
How long is this? Jesus!
My God!
Go!
He rolled above a 23!
Jesus Christ!
He's still going. He's still going.
He's going so fast. It's...
He's going so fast it looks like he's going slow.
Like when a fan's spinning so fast that the blazes look still.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Bicycle thingy.
That was incredible. Who did that one? Who did that?
They want to know.
Oh yes, Billy's coming back. The return of the king.
Billy is returning. It's been so long.
It's so long. All right, and so Brass Tacks enters their final chapter, Raging Sunset. I went back and forth on the name for a while, but I just think Raging Sunset sounds cool.
That is pretty
cool.
I was gonna call it Final Sunset, but it didn't sound right.
That's too finale, you know.
You could have said Journey to the East.
Or Godfall.
I hate you.
Cool.
Godfall, but that's a game, and a game that sucked. So I don't think I want to do that. That game was garbage.
Could have said Divine Sunset.
No, it's got a. Zyra is mad.
Angry Sunset.
You call it that.
Raging
text. Zyra's mad.
Zyra is mad. Yeah. It was either going to be Raging Sunset or Hands of Wrath.
Oh.
But I went with Raging Sunset.
Both of them sound like
Brass
Oscar's
text.
Wrath.
I am not your bookkeeper.
I am not your bookkeeper.
Brass tacks, the 6 bookkeepers.
Books unkept. Yeah.
Books unkept.
Tell me what my thing does. No.
Yeah, at the end of the day. At the end of it all, we run into Booker.
All right. Good game, guys.
Hell yeah.